Welcome to School Scene. I'm your host, Naperville 203 Superintendent Dan Bridges. More than 16,500 students grow, learn, and thrive in our 22 schools across Naperville, Bolingbrook, Lisle, and Woodridge. It's our goal to ensure each student receives a first-class education and graduates well prepared for their next phase of life, whatever that may be. In this episode, we're discussing a very important part of the Naperville 203 community, parent volunteer groups. These groups are a vital link between school and home life, but not everyone understands all that goes on within them. I'll visit with members from a variety of groups to give us some insight on the accomplishments, goals, and day-to-day operations of Naperville 203 parent volunteer groups. Up first is Naperville 203 parent Melissa Fosco to talk more about how Home and School works collaboratively with our schools and parents to support and enhance student experiences. Melissa, what is Home and School's most important job?
Home and School's most important job is creating a partnership between home and school. So creating a partnership between parents, students, and staff. Home and School is Naperville 203's version of a PTA. So there's no membership fee though, there's no membership at all. It's everyone's included. We include all families in Home and School so they can participate in any of the activities that we have in 203.
Great, so we would encourage parents in all of our schools to get involved in Home and School.
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
What kinds of activities and programs does Home and School support in our schools?
Each Home and School in Naperville 203 has their own Home and School. So programs and activities are going to vary a little bit through the schools. But one program that I think is a really neat program that we have is Watchdogs. And Watchdogs is a program, it's dads of great students, and it allows the dads to come in and participate in a day of school with their child and with the community in the school. And that's been a great way for us to get dads into our schools. Other programs are, we have STEM nights and fun fairs and assemblies at the schools, book fairs, room parties. So there's a wide variety of activities that the parents and students can get involved in Home and School in their own schools.
Watchdogs has been one of my favorite programs to watch grow because it's been exciting to watch our dads get involved in
Yeah,
school.
it's been great.
Home and School has been so huge in making that happen.
Yeah.
Why should people get involved in Home and School?
It has been such a wonderful thing for me to get involved in Home and School. I've met so many people that I never would have met before, and so that's a great thing. And if you're new to the district, that's a wonderful place for you to come and meet people and get involved in your child's education. That's the biggest thing is, for me, has been to get involved in my children's education in District 203. So I really enjoyed getting a sneak peek into their day and getting involved in their education. If we didn't have our parents get involved in the district and in Home and School activities, then we wouldn't be able to do some of the programs. We have wonderful volunteers, and we're so thankful that we have those volunteers. So it's a wonderful way for parents to just get involved in their kids and in their kids' education.
So you mentioned one of your favorite parts is being a volunteer and getting involved, and you have so many volunteer opportunities. Why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the volunteer opportunities that exist in our Home and Schools?
Some of the activities and the places that parents can get involved in is, a parent can come in and do Watchdogs, for example, or they could come in and be a room parent at a party. They could coordinate an adult social fundraiser, or they could come in and help and do vision and hearing screenings or registration at the high school level. The wonderful thing about Home and School is there's something for everyone. So you could be a working parent, you could be a stay-at-home parent, and there's something for everyone to participate in. And so, you could stay home and do something, you could come in, and there's all sorts of things at every school. If you'd like to get involved, you can email the Home and School president. You can find their information on the website, or you could attend a Home and School meeting, and the president will point you in the right direction on how to get involved in the school.
Right. So even though all of our 22 schools have their own Home and School, we also have a general Home and School that meets monthly. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that group is and what they do?
So General Home and School is just a group of four women on an exec board, including Julie Carlson, who works for the district, and we kind of oversee all of the schools and make sure kind of everybody's on the same page, and we guide the presidents through their year or two as president. And it's been a wonderful thing for me to get involved at the district level and be getting involved in things like that.
I imagine that bringing all 22 presidents together with the board is a great opportunity for schools to share ideas.
Absolutely.
What is one homeschool doing that others may want to do?
Right.
What's one of the most exciting programs that you've heard from one of our schools regarding what our home and school does? Maybe it's one that the school that you're at.
We've talked about Watchdogs a couple times, but I think that's the most exciting program in the last few years that's come along. It's been a great opportunity for dads to get into the schools where sometimes they otherwise wouldn't have been able to. And so they've gotten involved, and not every school does Watchdogs, but plenty of them have been able to do it. And so the dads can come in, and so that's been the most exciting one I've seen in the last couple years that have been coming through.
Great. Talk to me a little bit about the importance of the relationship between the home and school president and the school principal.
The principals and the presidents work together. It's a very important relationship so that we can get the schools running smoothly and all on the same page.
Yeah, I think it's important because we count on our presidents to be such a conduit of information for us back to all the parent groups. So partnership is so huge. Well, thanks, Melissa. And when we return, I'll talk with a parent volunteer from our school family community partnership. School Family Community Partnership, or SFCP, is an organization composed of staff and parent volunteers working together at every school to provide activities for students, families, and community members for the purpose of enriching the students' experiences and supporting each school improvement plan. Joining me now is SFCP volunteer Debbie Crossett. Debbie, what is SFCP and what is its main goal?
Well, as you said, SFCP stands for School Family Community Partnerships. It's an educational model that was developed by Joyce Epstein from Johns Hopkins University, and it was first brought to our district in about 1995. Since then, it's been a really strong program in our district, and one of its main goals is for the school, the family, and the communities to all collaborate together.
Collaboration is so important, and there's so many things that SFCP supports. Can you tell us a little bit about some of the activities or programs that SFCP does support in our schools?
Well, SFCP, School Family Community Partnerships, tries to support the school improvement plan in each building. So the school improvement plan usually has academic goals, math goals, reading goals, and sometimes it's a goal to improve the school environment and create a more welcoming environment in the school. So SFCP programs help support the school improvement plan. So some examples of some great programs that schools have done are One Book, One School. That seems to be a really popular one right now, where students in a school read the same book and then they do a whole bunch of activities together related to the book, and it's a lot of fun. It gets kids reading, and it really builds a sense of community in the school because they're reading the same book. We have a success program going on in our district right now, and that's a group of parents it's led by a group of parents that are African American, and their main goal is to close the achievement gap, but it's also to help every student reach his or her potential. Over the years, there's been a lot of international nights at schools. That's where parents come in and they bring things from their home country. It usually involves a lot of food, there's music, there's dancing, and it's a really lively night at a building, and it helps kids learn more about other countries and other cultures, and that helps build a sense of community in the schools too. SFCP is a part of Home and School, so some of the programs cross over. Watchdogs has sometimes been a part of SFCP. STEM nights are sometimes SFCP because the STEM, the science, and the technology and the math are very academic areas that help support those school improvement plans too. There are cultural brochures that have been developed that help new families moving into our district from other countries. There's so many.
I was going to say, it sounds like there are so many things that SFCP does.
There are so many, and
it's almost the easier question is what doesn't SFCP do, right?
But usually they're helping to support academic goals,
right.
But it's always to help the school improvement plan. So those are how that's how we decide on those programs.
Why did you decide to get involved in SFCP? Why are you involved?
Well, I learned about SFCP about 5 years ago when both my daughters were still in elementary school, and when I found out what SFCP does, I loved it. And I loved that it helps support the academic programs. And I liked that every school every year has an improvement plan. And we could design programs that could help with that improvement plan. So one year we did math backpacks, and the kids had an opportunity to bring those math games home and do more math with families at home. And I think it just sent a message to parents that they can be doing math all the time, whether it's on an app, whether it's in the car, whether it's playing games together at home. But you can incorporate that into fun ways.
So why should other individuals, or what would you say to encourage other people in our community to get involved in SFCP?
SFCP is great, and there's so many different kinds of activities that SFCP supports that you could get involved in one activity or you could be involved in all of them. But all your time and talent that you share is always greatly appreciated by the school, and it's always greatly appreciated by the kids, and it really, really enriches their school experience.
Yeah.
So I've found that I've always enjoyed it. I've met a lot of different people in the district because I am involved with SFCP, and that has enriched my experience. So I love it. I think it's a great program.
So with so many things happening with SFCP, this may be a hard question to answer, but what's your most memorable moment or favorite moment as a volunteer for SFCP?
Probably my favorite moments are the international nights. I think I've always loved those, and you go to school and you don't even realize all the different countries that people come from in our community, and it's amazing to see and for people to share their heritage, and everybody's proud of it and everybody's learning from each other, and I've really loved those nights.
That would be memorable. How fun.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Debbie. Up next, I'll talk with a volunteer with our Success Program.
Who wants to hear a story?
Once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats.
Bridge for patrol.
The tiniest Billy Goat
Not tripping over my bridge. It is I, the biggest Billy Goat runner.
And the Billy Goat was so heavy that the bridge creaked and
It was a
broke.
bridge they had to cross. And great, ugly as eyes as big as saucers, nose as long as a fire poker. And he had the biggest
The road, the troll, it's only I.
trick, trap, treat.
Billy Patrol and Billy
Crushed him to bits.
The hillside
Well, come on.
continued up to the hillside.
Why, thank you.
School using coordinated community efforts to strengthen students or success bridges the gap between African American students and school staff. I'm joined now by parent volunteer Loren Francis. Loren, what is success and how did it get started?
The Naperville North Success Parent Organization was founded by parents and myself. It came to fruition in January 2013. The parents were already very active within the community and within school, and we had unconditional support from our then principal, Kevin Pops, as we do now from our present principal, Stephanie Posey.
That's great, good partnership. What impact do you believe success has on students and families?
Oh, you know what? Success has truly been a vehicle for fostering that feeling of belonging for our parents and students, and also helping parents to actually get involved in our school and in our community. The Success Parent Organization has helped to foster a feeling of belonging within the Naperville North community, and I know in other schools where we now have a parent presence, and also helped parents to get involved with the organization. It also has been able to provide and support educational evenings on college planning and college matters that also gives students of color a roadmap to college.
Amazing.
Recently, we had some workshops on the growth mindset, which were very, very popular, and up and coming is our 5th Back to School event.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
So what is the mission of success?
The mission of success is to inspire and empower African Americans and Black students to achieve a higher level of academic success with the support of our schools, our parents, and community, and of course our students.
Of course, our students, right.
Yeah.
And so success, as you mentioned, started and was born really at Naperville North High School.
It
But
was.
we've seen growth and expansion in our school district. Tell me a little bit about what that growth has looked like and what you see as the future for success in District 203.
Well, in the past 2 years, the Success Parent Organization has expanded to Mill Street, Jefferson, and Beebe. This academic year, it is going into Scott and Elmwood, and we as founders are extremely proud of that. We now have, I think, an even greater mission, because all our citizens, all our students within the school district are now global citizens. And I actually feel that the Success Parent Organization can help to develop that goal and that mission within our school district. And we as an organization want to plant those seeds for college readiness and success at a very early age. And that truly does start in elementary school, and then you build on it as you go up, so that when our students get to high school, college is naturally the next step.
So we talk about that growth mindset. So important to start that at an earlier age. That's why it's so exciting to see it begin in our elementary schools now. What made you want to get involved, and in your case, make you want to be a founding member of the Success Group?
Thank you for asking that. My parents were very involved in our school, in our community, and their involvement really made an immense difference to our educational outcomes. And that's why I am passionate about education. And I think that's why I decided to become a professional independent educational consultant. You know, we need to guide parents and students through that college planning and through that college application process to ensure that they do get to college.
Great.
And it is something that I'm extremely proud of and extremely happy to be a part of, and I know the other founding members are as well.
I can see and hear such personal ownership from you of this organization. What's your favorite part about being involved in success, or what's your favorite thing that success does for our students?
For me, I think for the parents and the students, what it does, Dan, I really do feel if you feel that you belong in a place and you have ownership, then you take that next step to being involved in any level and capacity that you can. And then I think also with success, that ability to inform and empower parents and students who sometimes the roadmap doesn't come automatically. And I think especially for parents and students who are new to our district, they need that support from parent organizations. You know, this is what's here for you. This is what's here for your student. This is what we can do for you to actually help your student reach their full potential.
So if I'm a parent in this community who's not involved in success right now, what should I do to get involved? How can I get involved?
Oh, well, we always want parent volunteers. So you can contact a committee member at nhssuccess1516gmail.com, or you can contact myself at info@LF Loren Francis Educational Consulting, or you know what? if you actually speak to a principal in a school, they will get in contact with us somehow. But you know what, parents, I want to actually say to you, it really does make a great difference when you get involved in the school, in the community, to your child's outcomes.
Amazing advice, and I could not agree more. Thank you. So thanks, Loren. When we return, we'll learn how parents support our English learners.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time.
One book could be the first little thing, helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Bilingual Parent Advisory Committee, or BPAC, supports our students enrolled in our English Learners programs. Yadira Yamas is here with me. Yadira, what is BPAC?
As you mentioned already, BPAC is the Bilingual Parent Advisor Committee. It's a group of parents that have students in the EL is English learning program that the district provides for the students. We provide help how you navigate the system, the district, the curriculum, the PTC Wizard, the Infinity Campus. We are a group, it's volunteer, we do not consume a lot of time for us, we just meet 4 times a year.
So just basically providing resources and support for the parents and families, right?
Yes.
Great. So what are some examples? You mentioned some in your introduction there. What are some other things the BPAC does for our English learners and their families?
We provide workshops once a year. The district provides opportunity for parents to attend to this summit that is annually, and they can learn from workshops that they have over there. It's everything about the students parents can learn how to have their children to be successful in the school. As a personal opinion, I didn't grow up in this way to learn. So when you come from outside of the country, you need to learn the curriculum, how the system works, how your district provides support to learn English, and your children can be successful in the school. So we really provide a lot of things.
Right. So why is it important that BPAC supports families in Naperville 203?
I think it is important to have BPAC in our community district because it gives our parents voice to share opportunities, experiences, and how we can help our students to be more successful while they are learning English.
How have you seen the BPAC develop over recent years?
First, they start BPAC with Spanish-speaking families. Now it's growing. We want all kinds of languages joining our BPAC. Everyone is welcome to be in BPAC, and we want more parents to get involved in BPAC.
So a community member unfamiliar with BPAC may assume that BPAC is providing support for our Spanish-speaking families, but as you said, it's beyond that. It's our English.
Yes, it's not just for the Spanish speakers. It's for other languages too. Yes.
Right. What do you see as the future? What's in store? What's coming for BPAC, or what would you like to see?
Well, I would like to see more involvement. I want to see more parents get involved in this committee. So we can have a voice in how we can help our children. And it's mostly important to understand how we can support our children to be successful in the school.
So if I wanted to get involved into BPAC, what advice would you give me, or what should I do?
Oh, you can contact the bilingual director of acquisition language. You can contact the coordinator, or you can just Google, the website of the district and look for BPAC information, or you can contact me too. So
for an opportunity to share a personal thought, why has BPAC been important to you personally and your family?
As I mentioned at the beginning, it has been important for me because I didn't grow up in this system, and I've been able to see how the system works. How can I support my children as learning another second language too, and make them successful from elementary, middle school, and high school. Yes.
What's either your favorite thing that BPAC has done or favorite experience that you've had?
Last year we brought Lorena Escamilla, and I think it was nice to see that workshop, and it really impacted on me because it helps me to understand the importance to get involved in my district, my community, to support my own children.
Right.
But I think it's very important to give the voice to other parents and see that it's not so hard to get involved, and they can get involved too and give voice about their experience here.
So from my standpoint as the superintendent, I think it's so important that BPAC and other organizations really help our families know that we want to hear their voice and that they're an important partner with us. Would you agree with that?
Yes,
yeah.
I do agree. Yes.
Yeah, so it's so important that we have this partnership in work together. What's something that isn't happening yet that you hope either BPAC's able to develop or start, or that partnership with the district maybe we could get started?
Well, I want more families to join us, for sure. I want to see more workshops, more families that really get into this. We cannot do this without their voices, without their needs, without what they think can help to be our community be successful. You know, you need that extra voice. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm doing this, but if it's not working, then something we are doing wrong, and we want to hear from them what we are doing wrong and what we can do to do much better.
I couldn't agree more. That is so important. The voice is so important.
Yes.
We want to hear our parents' voices. Naperville 203 believes an exemplary school district is the result of a collective partnership of students, staff, parents, and community. We need the help and support of our many parent volunteers and hope you'll consider getting involved in one of our many volunteer opportunities. Visit our website, naperville203.org, for more information. See you next time on School Scene.